Hello everyone, welcome to the webinar of Alerts4Dynamics and a very good morning to one and all. So this side Jairaj Nadar representing Inogic in the capacity of business manager, and on today's session I will take you through how this productivity app Alerts4Dynamics can really add a value to your daily business practice. So Alerts4Dynamics helps you to create, manage alerts within Dynamics 365 CRM so that it helps the user to implement a right action at the right time. So for your information, all lines will be muted. In case if you have any queries or any questions, feel free to put it in the question window. I will be happy to answer all of your queries at the end of the webinar. And before I deep dive into this session, let me give you a short brief about Inogic. Inogic is one of the leading service provider and an independent ISV. We are also an exclusive Dynamic 365 CRM boutique shop that has been in the business for more than decades now. We also been active in the CRM community in which our blogs are very popular. As you can see on the screen, these are all the various productivity add-ons which Inogic has to offer. Among all, I would like to talk about some of the key flagship product of Inogic. Starting with Maplytics. Maplytics is a market-leading CFMD certified product which provide capabilities like visualizing CRM data on map, route optimization, smart appointment planner, territory management, and a much more. And next, I would like to talk about SharePoint Security Sync. It is a comprehensive solution for integrating Dynamic 365 CRM with SharePoint along with the document management. So, apart from this product development, Inogic is also an SI. We do provide an offshore development services by assisting our partners and the customers. So if you need any more information related to any of our productivity add-ons, so yes, you can do reach out to us at crm@inogic.com. We will be happy to assist you. So this is the agenda for the today's session, where we will see how Alerts4Dynamics or a notification app helps you to increase the productivity in the CRM, and what all the features that Alerts4Dynamics has to offer, and followed by live demonstration, and at the end we will be having a Q&A session. So the stats that you see, so in the current dynamic CRM world, using a notification app, that is Alerts4Dynamics or any notification app within the dynamic CRM, helps the uh, user to increase their productivity. So that's how the stat says over here. Like 82% of a project manager says that using alerts helps them to improve the team's productivity and an accountability. And thereby, where it also says that receiving alerts on a mobile phone helps the user to work or use to schedule their work on top of on a priority task, and their increase their more effectively. So this all says that 87% reported that using a mobile alerts and helps them to respond more quickly. So all of this can really increase their productivity. So by implementing the Alerts4Dynamics into a right action, so that the user can get a more productivity, and they can eliminate the manual task or the work they have been doing, or any chances of missing any important task that has been aligned or that needs to be done. So there may be, this can be avoided with the help of our productivity apps, that is Alerts4Dynamics. So these are all the key features. Uh, the features that you see on the screens are, I will elaborate in a glimpse, or I will give you a glimpse about what all this feature does. And in a in-depth, we will see in the live demonstration, like what all this feature has to do. So starting with automation using a criteria or a events. So alerts for Dynamics currently support three different types of an alert. That is global based alerts. That is the name itself indicates that if you want to send any announcement based alert to any of the users within the system, so yes, that is very much possible. And the next alert is a record level alert. So that is, let's say for example, if you want to set an alert on an individual record, that you want to get a notified about that particular record again and again on a frequent interval of time. So yes, that can also be possible within the Dynamic 365 CRM, because as of now, currently there is no notification that comes in using out of the box functionality that, hey, so and so you need to do the this actions at this time. So this is where our product alerts for Dynamics comes into the picture, where it's notify the user at the right time. So yes, you can set it as per the alerts level. And next is I could see a rule-based alert as well. So if you want to set any alerts based on the condition, so if it satisfies that condition, you want to send an alert to the respective users. So yes, that is also possible. That is also called as an condition-based alert in alerts for Dynamics. So these three different types of alerts I will show you while demonstrating you how this alert shows in the CRM. And the next comes the alert duration. So you set the duration, like when do you want to process this alert, like whether you want to set it by today or by the next coming 15 days or 30 days. So you set the frequency and the duration when you want to process this alert, and it should be displayed or it should be notified to the users. And alert categories. So you can also categorize the alerts that you want to send it to the target audience whom you set. So whether it could be so you can send it as a warning, information, or a critical. If it is suppose a critical, so that the user may immediately act upon it and start implementing the right actions at the right time. So that's how the you can categorize the alerts, whether you want to send it on an information, warning, or a critical level of an alerts. And next comes the dismissible and auto dismissible alerts. So you can also set the options in alerts for Dynamics, like whenever any new alert has been shown to the user, whether you want the user to dismiss the alert from the notification that they have been seeing. So that can also be possible. You can set it in the configuration, so which I will show you in the later on in the session. So you can define whether the alert should be a dismissible alert or an auto dismissible alert as well. Define audience. So this is the important feature or important aspect I could say, because you define the target audience. So as you define, so whom you want to send an alert, so alerts will be notified to those respective users. Taking an example, let's consider uh, there is a company who has been having a sales team and the sales manager, and the sales manager wants to send that account follow-up. The renewal follow-up should be done within this month, and he wants all of this salesperson to act upon it and follow up on all the accounts also renewals are upcoming, so that they want to close it as at the earliest. So this kind of some common messages along with the notification that he wants to send it particular to the sales team. So yes, he can define the use a target audience specific to sales team using alerts for Dynamics. So if we set as an sales team, so then it will be sent only to the sales team, not to the entire users in the system. So yes, that's how you can define whom you want to send the alert as per your use cases or as per your requirement. And the display option. So whether you want to show this alert as a pop-up, form notification, email notification, yes, it is pretty much up to your choice how you want to show the alert to the user. Whether you want to send it on pop-up for pop-up kind of a notification, you can set it form, yes, and as well as the email notification. So these are all the options that do available using alerts for Dynamics in order to notify the users within the Dynamic 365 CRM. So let's see all of these key features in a live action. Let me switch to my CRM window. So for the demo purpose, I've already pre-configured the alerts using the alerts for dynamics solution that has been installed within the system, and I've created an entity configuration for which I wanted to create an alert. So all this has been pre-configured for this since for the webinar and the demo purpose over here. So we will take the real-time use cases or the real-time scenarios that we come across from our customers, the prospects. So how they add a value to their daily business practices. So what value they are getting out of it. So this how we will see scenario-wise and based on the alerts. So currently alerts for Dynamics, as I said earlier, supports different types of an alerts. That is, we will start with an event-based alert. I could say that is a event. Whenever any event has been occurred into the system, you want the alert should be notified to the user. Considering an example, let's say uh, I'm so let's taking the same like an organization in which the sales department is there, and whenever any lead is created into the system, the sales the whenever any lead is created into the system, it should be get notified to immediately to the salesperson so that they can immediately start working on those leads and act upon it. Similar to that, whenever any new lead is assigned to a salesperson, so that the salesperson get notified, oh yes, so and so lead is assigned to me. I need to work on those leads, so that thereby the users can get a notification. The based on the notification or the alerts that you set, the users can implement right action, thereby chances of increasing the productivity without intervention of doing any repetitive or a manual task or a time consuming task that they are doing. And there may be a chances of missing the renewal follow-ups or any follow-ups that needs to be done by the salesperson for the potential account. So yes, there maybe could be a chances of doing missing that. So this is where this event based alert, like creating an alerts into the system, can simply notify you at the right time. So let me show you considering a real time cases. So over here I have taken a case. So let's assign a case considering that uh, I'm into the service industry and I'm assigning case to one of my field sales representative. Let's assume Sam is the field sales officer, and whenever a new case is assigned, Sam will get notified and he will be able to see a notification bell icon that you see over here. Yes, and whenever any notification comes or pops, so you see a notification icon along with the red dot indicates that something a new notification has been popped up. So this is similar to like what we see on a daily basis into the LinkedIn. Like whenever any notification comes in, we see a red dot or red icon indicates that, oh yeah, something a new notification that has been into the system. So that's how it is. As similar it is. Whenever any notification comes in, the bell icon indicates with the red dot says that yeah, there is something a new notification. We'll see whether that's the case using a event-based alert. So that is whenever any event occur into the system, this alert, so the alerts will get notified to the user. So over here, let me take a case. For example, I will consider this case, taking an example, and I will assign this case. So now owner of this record is Joe Smith. And whenever, let's say, for example, I want to assign this case to Sam, and Sam wants to get notified about this record or the cases that has been assigned to him. So once this case has been assigned, so what we have done is, so the workflow will be triggered, and this alerts will get notified based on the configuration that we have set up in the uh, workflow. So in order to run or in order to create a event based alert, so what we need to do is we need to create a workflow. So that's what we have done it in the system. We have created a workflow for the case entity record. Like whenever a record is assigned, this workflow will be triggered based on the condition that we have set. So whenever the record is assigned for the case entity, a notification will be created, and in that notification, what configuration that you have set. So I've set it like case assigned, and this is where you define the notification, whether you want to show it as an alert, as pop-up, form notification, email notification. So all this the basic configuration that steps that you need to set it prior before in order to create an event-based alert. So over here, what I've done is I've created a case, I've set up the configuration, I've set it as a pop-up as an alert in the system that should be triggered. So now if I refresh it into the case entity, so what I will happen is you should be able to see a bell icon along with the red dot. So there you see a red dot along with the bell icon indicates that something, a new notification that comes into my system. So what I will do is I will click on it. I will look for what was the notification. So you see the one that is uh, new and the one that has been already, which we have seen into the notification. You can see the difference of the colors that indicates this was the new record that was assigned to me. And this you see the critical warning and the information. So if you set the alert level categories, so if it set it as in critical, it will list under the critical section. If you set it as a warning, it will list under the warning. And if you set it as on an information that you want to send it as an information, so it will list under the information. So currently I see all of my records in my all tab over here. And so yeah, so this case is assigned to me. What I can do is I can simply click on those record, navigate to those record, and I can immediately start working on this record. So this is completely based on the event, or this completely based on the configuration that you did it in the using the event based alert into the system. So now this way the users can able to easily increase the productivity of attending a more cases as he gets notification on a immediate basis, like yeah, so and so case needs to be attended and it should be get it and what message that needs to be conveyed, all can be done and are notified in a single notification that you send it or that you notify to the user. So this is how the users can able to create a event based alert. This use cases could also be applied in a real time that we came across, like as I said, whenever any lead is created, same you can create it for the workflow for the lead entity. Whenever any lead is created or whenever any lead is assigned, so that should get notified to the target audience whom you set. So based on the target audience that you define, the alerts will be triggered and it will be sent to those users respectively into the system. So that's how you can able to simply create an event based alert using the alerts for dynamic solution. Now let's see how our other alerts that I was saying about the rule based alert. So this is the important the important, I could say, the features or the important alerts that every customers maybe using it as per into the system. So based on their use cases, based on the requirement, saying that there are many organization has a different own set of business practices that they used to do. And so since the condition based alert is where you define the condition, and based on the condition that you set, it will run, it will check for those condition. If it satisfies that condition, and then it will trigger and it will notify. Giving an example, consider there is an account. So I have already created an alerts for an invoice. So let me give an example for this. So let's assume there are a lot of accounts whose invoices are due for this upcoming week. So this is all the invoices are due, but as an organization, the top management or the sales manager or the sales director wants all of the invoices to be closed within this week. So that ends up the financial quarter year for them. So they want all of the invoices to be closed within this particular week. So they want all the salesperson to immediately act upon all of the accounts whose invoices are in due, so that it's all get closed within this financial quarter. So yes, so this is they are specifying some condition to it. Like, yeah, I wanted to know all the accounts whose invoices are due that should get notified to the sales team. So this is where I have created alerts that is rule based alert. So that can be also called as an condition based alert. So you define the rule, and for the account entity, since I want to do it, I have set it as an account and the rule mode. So here we have a two options. Either you can set it as in simple. So if you set it as in simple, so based on the view that is selected over here, related to account entity, all the views that you can select it over here on which view you want to create an alerts. However, if you select as an advanced, so fetch XML value. So by seeing this, you may assume that it is, oh, it's as complex to put a fetch XML value. I mean, not aware about it. How can I do that? It is something complex, but it is absolutely not. So to getting this fetch XML values as simple. So what I have done over here is just you may all may be aware about the advanced filter that we have into the Dynamics 3RM system. So just we click on the funnel icon, and what I have done is I've selected the account, I've created the invoices, I've selected the invoices, and what I've condition I've set is due date on or before this coming 15th of April. So that means within this week, which are all the invoices of the accounts are in due, that should get popped up, that should get listed and should be notified. So that's the condition that I've taken over here. And what I've done is download the fetch XML value. So if you hit on the download fetch XML query, you will be able to getting this list of, and this is the fetch XML value. You will get it from the that once you hit on that down fetch XML query button. And what I've done is I've simply copied this value and just simply paste it over here. So it is as simple to get it the fetch XML value depending upon the condition that you define into the system as per your use cases. So this is how you can, so this condition, if it satisfies any accounts whose invoices are due within this week, so that all accounts will get listed out and it will get notified to the user. So this is how you define the condition, the fetch XML value in the condition based alert, and you define the poll interval. So you define whether you want to perform run this condition on every 2 hours, every day, every week, or an every month. So completely up to your choice. So over here, what I've done is I've set it as in every 2 hours. That means every 2 hours it will check for this condition, and if it satisfied this query, then it will create an alert and it will be notified to the users. Once you created these alerts, the next important piece is to create the message. So yeah, what message that you want to convey to the users in the notification. So that is something from the user perspective, like what action they need to be taken that. So over here, you need to create a message. So for this, I have already pre-configured and I've created one message, like what message that I want to convey to the my users, that is the target audience, along with the notification. So I've set it as an like invoice due, the process start date I have set it today. So you can define when you want to run this conditions. Over here I have set it as today, and if you don't define any end date, so it will run infinite a number of days to, it will run as it is, the alerts will be created, and the notification message. So this is also an important section over here where you define what message that you want to show to the or the convey to the user, whether you want to send as a plain text message. Sorry for that. Yes, it is very much possible. And if you want to send a rich text message to the users, so yes, that we have recently added up this feature into the system, into the alerts for dynamic solution, where if you want to send a rich text messages, so yes, it is very much possible. We do have that provision of sending a rich text message as a notification to the users, so that can be possible. And yes, we do support many different types of languages where you can send an alerts. So over here I've selected as an English, and this is where you set the notification configuration, whether you want to send it as a pop-up, the pop-up you can select it. If you want to set it as a form notification, email notification. So depending upon completely the user's choice, whom they define, like how the alert should be notified to them based on the alerts type. So simply I have selected over here as a pop-up, and the alerts level information, which I've shown you earlier, whether you want to send it as an information, warning, critical. So I'll select that. And if you want to set it as an dismissible, then you set it as an yes, auto dismissible as a no. So all these are the configuration that you define whenever you create an alerts into the system. And this is the important part that I was talking about, the target audience. So as I said earlier, you define the target audience whom you want to send the alerts. So over here, if you see, I have not set any users as of now. So let's say, considering this example, if I want to send it to my sales team, that they kindly follow up on all of the accounts whose invoices are in due, I can select the team as a sales team over here. Just this alerts will get only notified to my sales team that, hey, so and so all our accounts are in due. Just kindly follow up. The message that we pass it over here. So this will be sent to only to my sales team in the organization, that yes, these alerts will be popped up to them based on the configuration that you have did it. And if you want to send it as an based on the security roles, so yes, that is also very much possible. And if you want to include or exclude any specific users that you don't want to send any alerts, so that is also possible. You can define, you can include the users, you can exclude the users. So all it is pretty very much handy, and the configuration can be done easily. Like you can define the target audience whom you want to send the alerts. So once this alert has been created and all of the target audience has been sent, if suppose you default you don't set any target audience, what it will do is, by default it will send the alerts to all the users in the system. So as of now I have not set any target audience, so that means the alerts will be notified to all the users in the system. So once the message has been created, you need to activate the message. So you see a message indicating the ribbon that's saying that click activate to publish. So once you activate this message, then only it will run. This alerts will get uh, processed, and it will check for the condition that we have created over here. So now what it will do is, it will check for the condition that we have put it over here, and it will look for the accounts whose invoices are in due, and it will notify the message that we have created over here. Let's go and check whether that's the case or not. So if I move to the accounts, I see now currently a new notification along with the bell icon. So that is something new, that a notification has been popped up, right? So yeah, I want to look into it. What I will click on this, and I will, oh yeah, these are all the accounts that satisfies the condition that my accounts, these are all the accounts are in whose invoices are in due. So what I will do, so this is the message that we have added over there. So do active follow up and get the payment. So these are all the accounts which I will actively work on it. I will navigate to those account, I'd put the status and immediately act upon it. Uh, Connect with the right person or whom I want to get this the payment done. So all of these actions, the implementing the right action at the right time, notifying the users at the right time, can thereby increases the chance of your uh, productivity and accountability. So this is where our alerts for dynamics solution plays a major role, where it implements the user, where it notifies the users at the right time. So these are all the accounts that which as a salesperson, what I will do is I will work on all of these accounts, and I will get the work things done over there. So this was the use cases, like which one I was talking about. But yes, different organization has a different requirements and the needs as per the use cases. So definitely you can create your own rule as per your needs. You can set it over here and create a message, and then it can be notified to the target audience whom you set simply, and they can immediately act upon it. So that's how, like, let's for dynamics really a, a viable solution for creating a multiple types of an alerts and use notifying a user. So currently you all may be aware that using out of the box functionality, there is no provision where this alerts can be notified to the users, satisfying any specific conditions or specific to all of these options that we have seen, like notifying at a pop-up form, email. So that's how this rule-based alerts, I could say the condition-based alerts, which adds a value to their daily business practice of the users in the system. The next is which we will be seeing is the record-based alert. So earlier, which I was talking and showing you that. So record-based alert is where something you can individually set an alerts for an individual records, so that you can define, you can set or you can create an alert on a record. So let's say, for example, I'm working on one of the account and assume that is a potential account, and if I wanted to do a regular follow-up or a regular get in touch with this customer, since it is a potential account, and if I want to regularly get in touch with them, this customer, get more opportunity to sell, cross sell or upsell, and also if I possible I wanted to create a renewal due follow-up, the reminders that I need to set for this particular account, Steve Levinson's. So that is pretty much possible. You can set the notification or the alerts for the individual records. So for that, what you need to do is just need to go to the alerts in the related tab, and I will click on simply the new alert. I will name it, let's say for example, the renewal due follow-up. And once you click on save, the next step is as simple and which we have seen, that is to create a message. So what message that you want to give it to the user. So I will create a message the same which we have seen for a rule based alert. So what message reminder for a renewal follow up and try for upsell or cross sell. So this is the message that I'm creating for against this record for like whenever as per their own choice that they can set it up. So this is the message that I want to set it up against this record to get a remind me. So yes, it also, as we have said earlier, message or rich text message is also supported, and the languages I've selected over here is in English, and the process date is like, let's say for example, down the 3 months, if renewal is up. So let's say for example, the renewal is coming on July for this particular account, and if I want to set it on the month of June, a prior month a notification, yes, I can set the process start date and June, and I can select the date, so that it will trigger or it will notify the user based on the process start date that you set. So for the demo purpose, I have now set it as in today, and here you define the alert level. So over here, let's say for example, I've selected the form notification information, and I have not set any target audience. So that means it will by default send it to all the users. Follow up on a renewal. So this is the naming convention that you can set as per your own choice. So over here, once I have created a message, I will activate. So that means whenever, uh, so what I can do is against this record, I will get a form notification saying that, saying this message, reminder for renewal follow-up and try for upsell and cross-sell. So let's go and check if against this record, whether I'm able to see that or not. If I refresh it, I should be able to see a notification, a form notification indicating that the message that we have set it. So I guess the it is in process, so that's the reason we are not getting it. But yes, you can definitely set the notification for an individual record, that if you want to set it as per your own requirement so that it will get triggered and it will be shown to you as per. So there you see, I get a notification, the form notification over here. What was it? If I go and check, reminder for renewal follow up and try for upsell and cross sell. So this is the form notification that has been shown against this record. Like whenever I open this, I get this notification on this. Yes, also the global notification will be popped up whenever the user sees like any red dot indicating the saying the same. But against that record as well, the form notification will be seen over there. So this how you can set individual record notification, the record based alerts that can also be created within the system. And if suppose you want to send any global message to all of the users in the system, for that as well we do have a alerts called as an announcement based alert that I was said earlier. Like if a sales director or a sales top management wants to conduct an annual sales meeting and they want to notify to all of the sales team against this, so yes, you can simply create an announcement based alert and create a message. The same messages are the same that which we have seen, and you define the target audience. If you set it as a sales team, the sales manager, sales director, so notification will be sent to all the sales team, and they will get be able to notify like, oh yes, so and so date, the annual sales meeting will be held. So let's say for example this is like annual sales will be meeting will be held on so and so date. So that's how the message or a notification will be sent when you set it as an announcement based alert. That is a kind of a global based alert. So that can be also a use cases for like organization in which the HR department or the top management or the management wants to send a notification to all the users or all the employees in the organization. They can simply create this alert and just pass on the messages that they want to notify to all of the users. So yes, that is pretty much possible with the help of using this global based alert, that is announcement based alert, as in the using alerts for dynamics. So this overall covers up like what all the features, how alerts for dynamics is really a beneficial in terms of increasing the productivity to all of the users in the system, and thereby chances of increasing the profitability and accountability to an organization. So now you will shortly receive a poll on the features that you like the most in alerts for dynamics. I would request you to kindly cast your vote on the features that you like the most. So here's the poll. I would request you to kindly cast your vote on the features that you seems to be interesting for you and you like the most. Please free to cast your vote. Yeah, few more seconds to cast your vote. So the poll will end in a few seconds. Okay. Thank you all for casting your vote. I really appreciate each and everyone who has casted a vote. And also to add on this, also I would like to bring an addition to this, that is like the notification tab that we have. Like whenever any user who dismisses the notification and the respective manager wants to see who has read the notification or who has dismissed the notification, so that is also pretty much possible in the alerts for dynamics. Like let's say for example this was the alert that which we have seen, and if a user has read the notification, he will be seeing the username over here. If it dismisses, I can see the dismisses notification over here. So this is just like the if any management or the manager wants to track who has read the notification, so that they can implement or they can take the necessary steps and actions accordingly. So now that's all about our alerts for dynamics. Now I will switch back to the presentation. So these are all some of the common questions that we have listed it over here. That does Alert Smart Dynamics work across all of the devices? So yes, it supports in a tablet, phone, mobile phone, as well as the laptop. And is there any limit in configuring alerts within Dynamic 365 CRM? No, currently there is no limit. You can create as much of as much as alerts within the Dynamic 365 CRM so that you can implement or you can notify the users at the right time. Can one see the alerts from anywhere in Dynamic CRM? So yes, that is possible. We have seen just that. Like you see a bell icon along with the red dot, which indicates that something a new notification that we have come onto the system. I can able to see that as well. And these are all some of the common questions. So can anyone use more than one mode to send alerts? So yes, that is also possible. And to get started with the alerts for Dynamics is really simple. Like you can download this solution from Microsoft AppSource as well as from our website. And if you need any assistance during the trial setup, yes, definitely you can reach out to us. We would be happy to assist you. And the supported version, Alerts4 Dynamics supported version could be 9.2 and above for the online version, and it supports in the Dataverse, and for the on-premise, it supports 9.0 and above for the Alerts4 Dynamics. And as I said now, to get started with the Alerts4 Dynamics is as simple. Just you need to download the solution from our website or AppSource. And if you need any assistance in setting up alerts for Dynamic at your end, or if you need any personal demo related to your use cases, so definitely reach out to us, crm@inogic.com. We can have a session. We can definitely help you in setting up as per your business use cases so that you can find the value to your daily business practices. Now let's have a Q&A session. Uh, Please free to put your questions in the chat window. We have a questions from one of our attendees. Like, do global alerts spam all apps or can create alerts of user of a specific app? So as I said, like global announcement based alert is where all of the alerts can be created within the system where they can able to notify it either through pop-up form or an email. So all the users who are into the system like in Dynamic 365 CRM, so within that it can be notified and so that they can get a immediate notification and they can able to work. So over here, to answer your question, so if you create a global based alert within the system and with the target audience whom you set, definitely the alerts will be created and it will be sent. And also we do have a questions like, does it support uh, custom entities? So yes, it is. It supports. You can create alerts in your custom entities as well as out of the box entities as well. So it's completely depending upon your choice and the requirements. So if you want to set an alerts on your custom entity, so yes, that is also pretty straightforward possible using alerts for Dynamics. So also we do have a another questions from one of our attendee. Is there any way to show a banner like the form notification to the user right when they log in? So uh, regarding that, so yes, so the as we have seen the form notification which I've shown in the demo session while showing the record-based alert, so you can create a form notification uh, and if you set it as an if you create any message if you add a rich text messages, so then that can be sent it as an notification to the users. So in that way you can achieve this scenario like you can notify to the users which you want to send it. So in that case, yes, it is pretty much possible to do that. So also we do have questions from one of our other attendee. Can the language be set according to the user language or a language on the user's business unit? So yes, currently we do support 10 to 12 different languages in using alerts for dynamic solution. So you can define or you can set as per your uh, own the user language that they want to, like whether you want to do it in a like Spanish or a German or a different languages that we currently support. So if you want to do it in that way, so yes, you can set the user language. You will get in the drop down list and you can set the user language, and so accordingly it will translate and will show in the language that has been chosen. So yes, that can be pretty much possible. You can set the user language, and it will be notified to the user in the same language that you have done it while configuring the alerts for Dynamics. And yeah, this also we got one of our questions from one of our attendee. Are you recording this session? So yes, it is a recorded session. So post this call, post this session either by today or by tomorrow. You should be able to receive all of the recordings from our marketing team. So you will be getting all of the recordings as well as the link of the collaterals. So yes, that is pretty much possible. Yes, we are recording this session. We will send you all to all of our attendees. Also, we received one questions from another attendee, but for rule-based alerts, will the new owner of, for example, receive the alert in their own language? We don't know who the new owner will be. So yeah, to answer to this, so if you see like while configuring the alerts in the system, you so based on the language you define, like English, Spanish, German, or which the language you choose it in the drop down. So every alerts or all the alerts will be created for that specific, like let's say for the rule based alert, it will show only in that languages to the users. So if you have added the new user to notify, so then yes, definitely it will notify to the your new owner. If you have not added the new owner, then it won't be send it to the new owner. So completely depending upon your choice, you define the target audience. If the new owner is in the part of the target audience that you have set in while configuring, so then it will be sent. If not, it won't be sent to the new owners. I hope that answer your queries. Yeah, guys, any more questions? It was an interesting question sessions from all of our attendees. So I could appreciate if you could have a more questions. If you put it on the chat window, I'm happy to answer you. And also, if any questions arises post session, or if any question comes up in your mind, if you feel interesting to ask, so yes, definitely you can send us an email and crm@inogic.com. We will be happy to assist you on that as well. So yes, any more questions, guys? I would feel free to answer you. So yes, like one of our attendee has asked, can we uh, connect on the personal demo session? So yes, that we can, very much possible. We will send you a invite as per our availability for a one-to-one demo session where we can able to have a good conversation related to your use cases and the questionnaires that you have. So yes, that I will. Uh, Tomorrow you will expect a mail from us. The one who have asked, one of our attendee, then they will be getting a mail from our end as well. So yes, so it was all of the questions were very much interesting. I hope I have answered a query of yours. So if you need, if you find or if you feel that it was not the up to the questions that you have asked, and if it is something into a different direction, so feel free to put it in an email at crm@inogic.com. They will happy to answer you in that and clear all your queries. Thank you everyone for attending this session, and it was really interesting session. And I would thank you for taking your time and giving me a wonderful opportunity to present this alerts for dynamic. Uh, so have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.